Good morning, second graders. I want to do a video to show you the progress of my cucumber seed and show you what my plant journal looks like, just so you have an idea what to do at home. I also want to take you on a tour through the greenhouse that I started in my dining room. I planted cucumber seeds and green bean seeds, and I can't wait to show you what they look like. So welcome to my greenhouse. This part of my dining room has been the perfect place for these seedlings to get a good start. So we've got a lot of sunlight here next to the patio doors, and I just want to show you what I've done. Big thing about doing this greenhouse area is I really wanted to label things and show the date that the seeds got started. So on March 24th, I planted cucumber seeds, and as you can see, there are many seedlings sprouting up. Look at them all. This one doesn't look like it's doing too well. It's kind of got fuzz on it. It almost looks like it's got mold. I think I'm going to take that one out so that the others have room to grow. But if you take a look, these seeds have sprouted, and the first two leaves that popped up, those are called the true leaves. Now on this one, see how they're stuck together? That means it kind of just sprouted through. Look at this one. It's a little bit, those two leaves are separated. Wow, pretty awesome. And on some of these, you can still see part of the seed coat still attached. And it's going to drop into the soil, and it's going to break down, and it's going to make the soil really rich. It's going to give the soil more nutrients. So let me count how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, those are next to each other. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not going to count this guy. 13, 14. There's 14 that I counted. So this little guy, he wants to come up. He's trying. He's like a little chick. Oh, and this guy, he wants to come up too. He's coming up. So I've got quite a few started, and I'm going to keep an eye on this to see the progress. Welcome to my underground layer of my greenhouse. These are the green bean seeds that were started on the same day, and wow, these seedlings look a lot different. They're definitely larger, and how cool is that? I can see that seed coat still attached. This guy really wants to come out. This little guy, he's peeking. Wow, and here's another one, just starting to sprout his little head. And pretty soon we'll see those true leaves popping out. But as of right now, I don't see any seedlings that have true leaves popping above the soil. They're all almost there. I bet tomorrow, when I take a peek, it'll look a lot different. Remember that popcorn kernel experiment we did? Where you guys tried to see if they would sprout inside the baggies, the 3 baggies? Well, I planted the popcorn kernels, and I labeled them number 1, that had no sun, number 2 had no water, and number 3 had sun and water. What I did was I planted them in rows, 1, 2, 3. So I planted those, and I want to see what the progress is, what these look like. So we already know that a lot of these germinated inside the baggies, so it gave the seedlings a head start. Look at this! Look how cool! Oops, this little guy, I think he got planted upside down, because that's more of a root, it's not a stem. But let's look. Row 1 had no sun, row 2 had no water, and row 3 had sun and water. I don't know about you, but I'm looking at row number 3, and I'm noticing that those look the tallest, the greenest, which means they're going to be the strongest plants. That's pretty incredible. They grew quite a bit. So I've got this lid on top of my greenhouse to keep them hydrated and watered. So when the water evaporates from the soil, if you notice, it collects on top. just like a cloud collects in the sky. And then once it gets too heavy and the water droplets are too heavy to stay on top of the container, then it drips back down to the soil. So what I have is a self-watering greenhouse, which is pretty cool because I am horrible with remembering to water plants. This is an example of what happens when I'm left in charge of plants. This thing looks pathetic. So that's why I need you guys to water my classroom plants and why I need a self-watering greenhouse. Take a look at this part of my greenhouse. I have open cups and I'm hoping to grow some more cucumber seeds that we started in class. We had extras. However, I really don't see anything happening here. So what I think is going to happen is they're going to die. I'm going to put the soil into this pot that my beautiful daughter, she painted. Christina took some paints and painted a terracotta pot, and she glazed it and covered it. So we're probably gonna have some beautiful flowers or marigolds or something in here in a couple weeks when we can get to the nursery. And in this cup I have my cucumber seed. Now, a lot of you had seedlings that were successful in the bag and with the cotton ball. So hopefully you use these clear cups to get that plant started. I put a lid on top of it, again, to self-water, and it looks amazing. These true leaves used to be stuck together, and I journaled about it. I'm going to take the lid off, measure it, and write some more notes. Here is my sample journal page. March 24th. Today I noticed that there are 2 dark green oval-shaped leaves. The leaves are stuck together. The stem of the seedling is lighter green and stands 3.5 centimeters tall. I cannot see any roots through the cup. Here is a sample journal page. Feel free to use this for your own plant observation, or you can just use lined paper like Liam and his family did and draw an illustration of what your plant looks like. March 31st. Today I noticed that the true leaves have separated. The seedling is taller. Today it is 8 centimeters tall and dark green. The oval leaves are leaning toward the sunlight. The stem is light green. Bye, second graders. We hope you like getting a tour of our greenhouse, and I hope you're having some success with your seedlings. And if not, maybe you can find some seeds outside that you can plant, right? And I don't know about you, but I see lots of signs of spring. So what I would love is I'd like a photo or video of your greenhouse or plant or seedling, and maybe some pictures or video of you exploring outside and finding some signs of spring. I've seen a bunch, so keep me posted on what you see. Bye. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so that you are notified whenever I add a new YouTube video.